Hey there, hi there. It's me, Priscilla B, and welcome, viewers. So, Sagittarius, what is up? It's been a while. I've had a lot going on, but I'm here now. So, I'm gonna get started first on the overall energies that I'm gonna be picking up on. So, up first, we have the card of Justice. Okay, we have the woman with the one like eye open. One eye is pretty bandaged up here. She's got the blindfold on, but one eye is open. She's reading a book on law. She's balancing the scales here with the cats arguing here. So there's a little bit of drama going on, Sagittarius. I'm not gonna lie, it looks like you're kind of stuck in the middle of it. Yep, we have the Lovers card. There's Alice, and she's looking at the Queen of Hearts, who's shouting at, this guy right here is supposed to be like her husband, I think, like giving him directions, bossing him around, sort of thing. And Alice is kind of just here, like observing it all. And I feel like Sagittarius, that's the energy right now that's kind of going on right now, is like you're looking at everything from a very like introspective point of view, um, and you're trying to sort of balance things out. Get wild. Oh, Spirit wants you to get wild. Wow, I love this. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's time to just sort of like break away from all the chaos and sort of find yourself in a place where there's some more harmony, there's some more balance. Oh my gosh, the Lovers card comes out twice, and these two it looks like feminine energies here. Women are hugging and embracing each other here, and she's got like a heart of fire and flames on her shoulder as like a tattoo here. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's like you have been doing so much lately that now it's time to give yourself a break. Practice maybe some self-love, some self-care. Maybe you have a partner that is a very nurturing and loving individual that can show you affection. But whatever the case may be, it's like time to stay away from toxic relationships. I feel like you're always kind of caught in other people's like chaos, other people's drama, other people's bullshit, and it's time for you to break free and focus on yourself again. Okay? And that's coming up right, like, side by side with the Justice card. As I'm setting these cards up here. Also, shout out to anybody who knows how to film your cards and yourself while you're talking, because I love those double screen videos. I love showing the cards and talking and showing my beautiful face. Um, so let me know. Okay, yep, we got the Hermit here. Introspection. Yeah, again, this is reconfirming, what I'm really feeling right now, what I'm picking up on for you, Sagittarius. It's time to just sort of readjust your perspective on things. I think you've opened your eyes uh, to exploring and seeing what's out there, and now you're just sort of uh, reflecting on all of that, and coming up with new strategies and new plans moving forward of how you're going to sort of adjust yourself toward living a life where you're no longer like giving your energy away to those who are just toxic. Um, oh, look at that. The self. Wow, beautiful energy, Sagittarius. Yeah, I mean, the self, right? The self reflection, the self care, the self management. There's a beautiful kaleidoscope of colors here, an array of rainbows and colors here. So, the Hermit is a very introspective energy. It comes from a place where somebody has taken a break from participating in like the material world, being like out and about, socializing, that sort of thing, and is now taking the time to really rest and reflect. And that's coming up with the Get Wild. So you have like Get Wild, but you also have Hermits. So two very opposing energies, but I feel like it's not really like you can get wild and have fun and go crazy like just by being at home, but just by being creative. Maybe you're an artist and you've just spent a lot of time out and about networking, getting to know people, going to social events, and now it's time to get home and like start painting. And maybe that's where the wildness is really comes out, is when you're at home in your own space, just with your own canvas, painting away. And I don't know why I'm picking up on that. Or maybe you're a cook, maybe you're a chef. I was just looking at the news the other day, and one of my favorite, um, like, chefs, Anne Burrell, she passed away. Shockingly, I mean, she's only 55, which doesn't seem like that old. So it's that's kind of shocking. I know like the world of cooking probably is really stressful, but still really sad. I loved her show, America's First Cooks. I don't know if you ever got a chance to see that show, but basically they take people, who don't know how to cook very well, and they put them on a show and they teach them how to cook. And then the winner gets like a prize money at the end, and gets to also, at the end, the top two chefs get to cook for, um, these like food critics, world renowned food critics. And Amberelle is one of the coaches. Like, she's one of the main coaches that's always on every season. And it's just a really great show. And it's just really sad that she passed away, because I loved watching that show. Um, and I just found her so, in her character, like her personality, so inspiring, because she just like never gives up, and she always believes in the best in people. And she is, you know, really just like motivational, I think, as a person. So it's really sad. But if you get a chance to watch that show, America's Worst Cooks, definitely watch it, because it's a phenomenal show. If you like cooking, if you like humor, if you like people in a kitchen that don't know what they're doing, if you can relate to that, it's something good to watch. Yeah, my daughter Luna says hi. You saying hi or bye? Bye. She's saying bye. Um, so, with that being said, I have affirmation for you. Let your inner fire warm you, not burn you. Yeah, that's a beautiful affirmation. So I'm gonna put that here at the center of everything, and that's again where that get wild sort of energy thrives from, right? And you that's I think again, it's the balancing of the energies, the balancing of being wild but also being introspective, right? It's like it's good to get in the kitchen and cook up a delicious recipe, but just be cautious and careful and self-aware of what you're doing, so you, as not to burn yourself, as not to cut yourself. You have to be, it's a very like chaotic atmosphere, but it's a controlled atmosphere. If you understand what the metaphor I'm trying to make here. Okay, yeah, we have Five of Wands. Again, that's that chaotic energy I was talking about. You've got all these witches in the kitchen. Too many cooks spoil the food, right? Or the soup, or whatever the saying goes, right? Or too many cooks in the kitchen, right? It's like you want to have a well balanced atmosphere around you, okay? You want to be around people who understand you, who, get what you're doing, and you want the collaboration to be in harmony and in balance. And I find that there's a lot of outside energy. It's not within your, like, I feel like you have your own personal environment, your own personal home, the place you go back to that you can just be yourself in, you can just get wild, right? But then you go out and you're like, wow, I need, people are very controlled, they're very, uh, you know, uh reserved, there's that energy where, and sometimes, a lot of, you don't, there doesn't need to be a lot of like communication. You can just pick up on people based off of like, even just like how people are driving. You can sort of get a sense and feel for, what kind of energy is currently happening. but it's still important that when you do invite people into your home or invite people into your space, into your world, that your environment, that you're cautious of like what kind of energies these people bring. Is it going to be too much, or is it going to be just enough? So it's just sort of another sort of back of your mind sort of warning, to remind yourself. Okay, yeah, because we have the sun energy here as well. Okay, this is a beautiful um celebrational energy. Feel warm feeling. There's sunflowers, the sun is glowing. These women are out in the sun playing. You've got like the maiden, the mother, the crone here. You've got these women that are, it's just like, it feels like third generations. You've got like the mom, she's pregnant. You've got the daughter, you've got the grandma, and they're all just out in the sun having a good time, wearing sundresses, uh, just a good smiles on their faces, having fun, celebrating. There's birthdays, there's weddings, there's graduations. It's just a beautiful time of school is ending, right? Summer is starting soon. So it's just a beautiful energy of getting out and the sun and just really sort of having fun and enjoying the company of good company versus like bad company, right? So I think the hermit really just reminds you of that. Okay. Um, yeah, Knight of Swords. It's because you've been through a lot. I feel like you are often like asking yourself, asking source, asking spirit, asking the universe for answers. Like, how do I move forward from here? Right? You've already become this like spiritual warfare that, people talk about, oh, you've been through a lot, you've earned your armor, you've earned your stripes, like whatever it is. And now you're just like, well, what's next? Right? And it's just, I feel like sometimes it's a bit of a struggle to really sort of ask yourself like like, what is it all worth it? Right? um because there's so much pain in the world, right? There's so much chaos. There's a lot to unravel, a lot to unpack there. Page of Pentacles. Okay. So already I feel like the answer and the solution is um expression. Okay. Expressing yourself like creatively here through um abundance, really. Finding the balance there of abundance. And look, even we have the strength card. Yeah. Ultimately, here, it's you reflecting and looking back on yourself, because, like, this woman here is like, look what the response is. It's like the same exact woman, right? Except you're looking, the response here in the reflection here is you. It's your strength, it's your courage. Okay. um that brings justice and balance and peace and harmony and strength and courage to some of these difficult challenges that you face, Sagittarius. You face these challenges of working with others, that you're not everybody is getting along, not everybody is on the same page. There's a lot of thoughts, there's a lot of ideas, it's chaotic. But then there's also this place where you find yourself in the midst of some toxic drama of relationships. But then you choose to separate yourself from that, go get wild, get out of there, and go and start embracing and loving yourself again, right? Also, that could be, you have somebody that you can count on that is there to support you and is there to love you and give you a hug when you're, feeling down, and let you know and reassure you that you're loved. Okay. um it could just even be like a kind word. It could be a phone call. It could be a text. It could be somebody planning to get together with you and go do something fun with you. These are things like, these are like emotionally supportive people in your life, um, that help bring out this sort of Page of Pentacles type energy, because this is your energy of just letting loose a little bit, dressing up, putting on your jewelry, your makeup, you know, being one with nature, and then abundance, right? Is like you are really starting to feel out what it is that you deserve, but also what it is that you've earned from your hard work, right? From dealing with some of these difficult situations, because it hasn't been easy. Um, yeah, so we have here, yeah, Six of Wands. I feel like you've given a lot to others. You're a very generous person. You know, you give a lot. And I think that that brings you some comfort and some knowing that you do serve a purpose and that you are working hard, and it's coming at like such a beautiful place now for you. It's coming to such a beautiful place for you now where you are um, seeing what giving is doing for you. Like, you're not really, it's not like you are like intentionally looking for a reason. It's just like you're wondering what, like, like sometimes you're just like, what is the point in this? Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're like, I'm doing this, but for what? Um, and look, Six of Pentacles. There's the scales. You're doing this for balance and harmony again, to bring justice to a situation here. And with that comes abundance. With that comes the Six of Pentacles. Okay? Because you have Six of Wands and Six of Pentacles. It's like here you are giving this rose to this elderly woman here. And, you know, it's just, it seems like something so. Maybe mundane to others, right? A rose, right? What is a rose? But it's a symbol of love and care and devotion, right? And it's a beautiful thought. It's a beautiful energy, right? And then you, in return, get a rose yourself. Okay? That's that self love. That's that self care. You've balanced the scales, right? You know, there's the pentacles coming in, right? It's like you give away the roses and then comes in the abundance, right? You give away kindness and love. You show kindness and love to others, and then the universe source rewards you. That's that answer that you were asking about. Like, that's your question, Sagittarius, is like, right? That knight in shining armor, right? You can save so many people, right? So many souls. You can share a message of love and kindness with so many people, and then you are feeling like, well, you know, you're not feeling like you're getting any love back, but the universe is answering and saying you are getting love back. It is coming in, right, in the form of abundance. Okay. Yeah. Knight of Cups. You even have the Knight of Cups here. You even have someone, this Knight of Cups here, bringing in you a message of love. There's your cup. There's your love. There's the little heart bubbles. Okay. He's zooming in on his broomstick there. Okay. So this is another soul that understands you, that gets what you're doing, that respects what you're doing, that's offering you that emotional support, friendship, love, you know, whatever it is that you're looking for is coming in, because you are, you know, when you just when you feel so empty, you've just given and given, and then there's like, you feel like there's nothing left. That's when you get something, right? That's when all of a sudden you start seeing the good stuff pouring in, right? And it can be draining, I'm not gonna lie, it can be stressful. Yeah, death. See, it can be transformative. It can bring you out of whatever darkness you were fearing or facing before, and bring in something new and beautiful, right? There doesn't have to just be, you know, negativity. There doesn't have to just be toxic relationships. There can be more than that. And I think that's what this is telling us. Like, this message is telling you, Sagittarius. And that's really what I feel like I'm picking up on right now. Oh, yeah, look, Ten of Pentacles. The ultimate card here of abundance. But it's not just abundance with just oneself, right? It's abundance with all. It's a happy, beautiful art or arch arch of pentacles, of coins here. Okay. It's And look, there's three women here too. So it could be three sisters, it could be three best friends, it could be three daughters, it could be um, you know, that's I like those are the top three that I'm thinking of. um but anyways, but ultimately it could also be your triple moon goddess divine feminine energy, right? Your past, present, and future all coming together in one big harmonious happy beautiful energy, right? Your maiden, your younger past self, your mother, your current self, and then the crone, your future self. Okay, so it's definitely confirming here what you already probably were thinking. It's like, when is the happiness going to come in? When is all this hard work that I've put forth going to turn into something beautiful? Maybe you've been working really hard on like a project and you haven't seen any results, and now all of a sudden you're seeing results, right? Maybe you're getting a bonus at work, maybe you're getting you know um long awaited prize money from something that you worked on hard. Shadow, yeah, you've done the shadow work and you've come out of it transformed. And the shadow is strongly linked to the hermit card, right? The hermit card is one of introspection, of looking at oneself, what you can fix versus what you can't fix, right? How you can move forward from something, how you can learn from your past mistakes. So that's what we have here. Yeah, we have share wisdom with others. And I feel like you're doing that. You've been doing that, Sagittarius, and continue to do that. Share your stories, share your advice, share your truth, speak your words out there, because the universe, source, and spirit are listening. And when you are at your like lowest of low, when you're struggling, when you think you can't do it anymore, like that's usually when spirit and source show up to remind you of how far you've come and where you're going next. Okay. So yeah, that's what I have for you. I gotta cut this video short and sweet because bye. I'm on a 25-minute max recording. But thank you so much for watching. Bye. Luna says bye. It's her birthday Sunday. She's gonna be 2. So just don't forget to subscribe and hit that thumbs up, like button. All right, love and light always. Bye.